Why did my husband's dead twin walk into our house last night? When I married Ethan, I thought I was finally safe. He was steady, gentle, and quiet in the kind of way that made you trust him instantly. Everyone said he'd changed after his twin brother. Aaron died in a house fire 8 years ago. The brothers had been inseparable. Same smile, same voice, same everything. Aaron was the wild one, though. The kind who drank too much, gambled too hard, and left a trail of broken promises everywhere he went. The fire that supposedly killed him happened. The same night his bar got shut down for illegal gambling. Ethan told me Aaron was drunk, smoking near the gas heater, and everything went up in minutes. There wasn't much left to identify, just some charred remains and Aaron's melted wedding ring. We never talked about him much. Ethan would change the subject, say it was too painful. I respected that until last Thursday. It started small, a voicemail from an unknown number. A man's voice, low and calm. Tell Ethan I forgive him. I replayed it 3 times. It was identical to Ethan's voice. When I showed him, he went pale, then angry. It's some sick prank, he said, deleting it. 2 days later, I woke up to find Ethan sitting in the dark living room, staring out the window. Someone's been following me, he whispered. Outside work, in the parking lot. I asked if he called the police. He just shook his head. They won't understand. By Sunday, weird things started happening in the house. Lights flickering, doors left open. One night, I heard Ethan talking softly downstairs. When I peeked around the corner, he was alone. Ethan, I asked? He jumped like he'd been caught doing something awful. Just talking to myself, he said, forcing a smile. Then came last night. It was 1:47 a.m. I woke up to our front door clicking open. Soft footsteps crossed the hardwood floor. I froze, thinking it was Ethan, until I realized he was still asleep beside me. I grabbed my phone flashlight and crept downstairs. And that's when I saw him. Ethan, standing in the living room. Except Ethan was also asleep upstairs. The man turned around slowly. Same face, same eyes, but a jagged burn scar running down the side of his neck. Hello, Claire, he said softly. You've been taking care of my brother. My mouth went dry. Aaron? He smiled, or maybe it was a sneer. So he told you I was dead. I couldn't move, couldn't breathe. He stepped closer, dragging his fingers along the wall like he was reacquainting himself with an old home. He took everything, you know. My business, my accounts, even my identity. What are you talking about? I whispered. He leaned close enough that I could smell the smoke still clinging to him. I never died, Claire. Ethan tried to kill me. Locked me in that bar and set it on fire. I escaped before the roof collapsed. Everyone assumed I was gone, so I stayed gone. But then I saw him living my life. My name on old insurance checks. My social security number being used for new accounts. You're living in my house. I backed away. That's impossible. He laughed, bitter and sharp. Check the basement. He keeps the files down there. Then he walked out the door, calm as if he'd never been there. This morning, when Ethan left for work, I went to the basement. I thought I'd find nothing. But behind a stack of boxes, I found a locked filing cabinet. Inside were folders labeled AM, Aaron's initials, tax returns, loan documents, signed under Aaron Miller, all dated after his supposed death, and a bank statement from last month, like right to 15,000, deposited into an account under Aaron's name. I called the detective who handled the original fire case. He pulled the file and told me something that made my stomach twist. No DNA was ever confirmed in the remains. The fire was ruled accidental, only because Ethan insisted it was. When I confronted Ethan that evening, he didn't deny it. He just sat there silent before whispering he was going to ruin both of us. I told him I'd seen Aaron. He smiled faintly. No, you didn't. 2 hours later, police found Aaron's body in a motel room 20 miles away. Gunshot wound to the chest. The gun registered to Ethan. Ethan's missing now. His car abandoned near a forest road. The detective called me this morning. Mrs. Miller, your husband didn't just steal his brother's life. He became him. Ethan Miller legally died 8 years ago. The man you married was Aaron. Now every time my phone rings, I flinch, half expecting that same low voice to say, tell Ethan I forgive him.